jet black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction, in the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
What's going on, traders? What's going on? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop onto the charts, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I am not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice, suggestions, recommendations of any kind for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. What's up, chat? What's up, Team RDF? How we doing today? Good to see you guys. Been off for a little bit. Talk about that a little bit later. I'll BS with you guys. No big buck for me this year. I was white-tailed deer hunting up in New England for the last few days. But here we are, back at it on this beautiful Tuesday, November 25th, Thanksgiving week. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for everybody that hops on this stream. Before I do anything else, somebody let me know if this audio is too loud or too low. Obviously I'm in a different spot. You can tell by the background behind me. Somebody let me know if I'm blasting your eardrums out of your head or if the audio is too low. It's really hard to tell without running a test stream, even with audio mixers and feedback and all this type of stuff. I can never really tell what YouTube and Kick and X is giving you guys. So somebody let me know in YouTube chat if you can, if the background music is all right and if the audio is all right. And then we'll get it rolling. All good, all good. Audio is perfect. Y'all are on it today. We're on it. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Edge. Tuhin Edge. Dwayne, what's up? Peruse. Yeah, Relaxing Zen. We got a name change. What's going on, guys? Starboy, Aldu, what's going on? Adam. Banger Billa, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. A-Deal King, Tommy, what's happening? What's happening, guys? Daniel, what's up? Welcome back to the show, man. Happy to be here with you guys. Good to be back indeed. Sloth Father on Kick, what's up? Good morning, Kick. Good morning, X. We've been blowing up on X, man. We've been ending up with like hundreds of viewers on X. It's crazy. We're blowing up on Twitter. What's going on? What's going on? All right, guys. Market's about to open up. We got about a minute until NYSE open here. A little bit late trying to make sure everything was set and ready to go. We are here on the Project X platform looking at my Top 1 Futures pre-live 15K account. I'm grateful to be in a live account with a prop firm, technically a pre-live account. I'm grateful and thankful this week for Thanksgiving week to have taken 10 payouts from this account specifically and multiple other payouts every day and week for the last few weeks. Technically not this week, didn't pull anything, it's Tuesday. We'll see. I'm qualified in multiple other accounts. Listen, man, everything's been rolling smooth. It's not always that way. There's nice ebbs and flows in trading, but it's been flowing. I've had some ebb, I've had some flow this year, and we're in the middle of some flow. So, taking a look at this outside of the account that I'm in. Trading questions always welcome. Take a look at this market, man. We're going to do a little bit of markup. My chart markup, if you guys are new here or you haven't watched in a while or you just haven't watched me mark my chart up, is incredibly simple. Literally, this is all I do. I drag out fixed range volume profiles. Essentially, if I was on TradingView, which I am also on the side, getting ready for that off of Project X switchover, I run the session volume profile or session volume profile HD. That's literally it. I really don't do any chart markup. I have a couple indicators, technically volume tools, but technically indicators, but volume tools on this chart that we could talk about. And then the fixed range volume profile. I'm doing it with you guys here. That's it. I have my VWAP sitting on there. I got my visible range volume profile. Traditional volume down on the bottom. We got our good friend Bookmap over here on the left-hand side. And I like these prior day, right? All of the prior day volume profile. So taking a look, man. Taking a look at YM. We had some bottoming down here, right? We've had a couple days where we've put a key level in, right? We've got some overlapping volume points of control down here. We got obviously an area of high volume right down here around the 46,000 evens, a little bit above, and even above that, the 46,200s, let's say, where we've tested now multiple times. If we look at a daily chart, we sold off really aggressively into this level, right? Just basic structure, really aggressively into this level. We hammered down into it, especially right here. Like, this was looking ugly. Like, we were looking like, damn, we might put that long wick into the upside and run this bad boy into the ground. But we didn't do that. We kind of, bottomed here a couple times. We slammed into this level, created a little bit of a resistance zone, right? Not surprisingly, at another key level of resistance if you scroll way back and look at months and months of data. But looking at price action here on the daily, which is what I like to do. Yesterday, we kind of had a little bit weaker of a candle put in than NQ and ES. I did look at that. A little bit stronger out of those two, but a little bit of a doji, I'd say, right? Long wick to the downside, short wick to the upside. Little indecision body in here, pretty tight. Now opening up, pushing to the upside, right? Really didn't come anywhere close to this prior day low. If we hop back onto the 15-minute, we just are opening up above VWAP, right around that prior day volume point of control. And here we are, cracking to the upside. Can I use this to test? Let me see. There we go. I'm on a new keyboard here as well. Pushed in the upside. Cracking prior day high. Take it off. Nice bullish open. Into pre-market. I know market's open, but still doing my review kind of start to finish that I do with you guys and what I just genuinely do myself. Overnight session pretty choppy, right? Not a really impressive prior day session. This is a pretty tight range for what pretty tight daily candle for what YM can put in. Overnight session pretty choppy, not a whole lot. We got through that 8:30 a.m. news, really not eventful, and now we got a really nice bullish open. I was, easy to say hindsight, I was interested. I was interested to say, are we going to crack directly to this level right up here, right into the 47,000, 47,200s? Or are we going to turn right back down to this area of high volume, these prior day volume points of control, the lows that we put in from the 18th and 19th here? I was interested right off the open. I was really going to be interested in a buy if we sold off here. I've been looking long on YM. I'm definitely guilty of carrying a little bit of a bias into this. I've been looking long on YM. I was wondering if we were going to crack yesterday's low, come right down, give me a really aggressive entry for a long, where if we start to break down through this level here, these lows from the 20th, 21st, I'm just dead wrong and we sold off. We're not doing that. We're cracking to the upside. If we start to push this higher, yeah, I'd be short up here. I'd be interested in a short up here. I've been trying to be patient last week, before I wrapped up on Thursday with you guys, really tested my patience. I was trying longs out of here, and it just did not work with me for NYSE session. Ended small green, like very small green, but just not the nice winning trades that I wanted to see. Unfortunately, but that's part of the game. Sometimes you just have to be, patient. So I'm reading a couple messages here. Good. So today and this week, I'm carrying into that, right? Holiday week. I'm not going to come in hammering anything. I'm not going to be looking for any massive windfall profits. I'm ready. I'm ready to put risk on. I think we could see some movement, especially after some consolidation here, as we're starting to try to push out of this area here, out of this range. No real opportunity for me in pre-market. This was pretty tight overnight session, right? Before we opened up here. That's essentially what we had going on, right? 200 points, maybe a little bit more. Opening up on this 15-minute candle to the upside on a nice push higher here. Almost a 200-point candle. Interested to see where we go. Starting to frame this, right? My mean reversion style trade, what I'm looking at for the day. I'd prefer a long over a short. Just in general, from down here in this market on YM. Based on the higher time frame market structure, the higher time frame trend. You say, why, Zach? Why do you prefer a long? Based on the structure that we've seen over the past few days. Based on the open, somewhat balanced, but kind of bullish here, right? Cracking right above prior day high into the open. I would have preferred a long today to form this into a nice bullish bar. I'll still take a short. I'm not going to carry a strong bullish bias. I will definitely still take a short. There's a valid one like right here, right? Above prior day high, above pre-market high for that back to VWAP move, just back to this area of high volume here. Today, this is too aggressive. We got another high up here, key level, multiple lows. Over here from the 14th, what is this, 14th and 16th, right? Friday to Monday. Multiple volume points of control. If I start to scroll back, I think we could easily get up here. And if we do that, I think we're going to very quickly, I think we have good reason to head to this area of high volume, right? We have good reason to push all the way up into it. I'd say the low end, right? I'd probably be looking for like past the 47,000 evens for sure, which is still another 150 points higher. But into the 47,100s, 150s, I think that would be a really aggressive push to the upside where I could potentially look for that aggressive reversion trade. I could absolutely see us coming back down to prior day volume point of control, back down into this middle ground. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm going to stay somewhat unbiased. Deep down, I've been getting bullish, man. I'm also reviewing a lot of my data. I talk a lot about that. I'm overstating this and I'm generalizing, but the data essentially is I can't miss on longs and shorts. I'll make money on shorts, but the win rate is significantly lower. The hit rate on shorts for me in this market, big surprise. It's been a very bullish market over the last few months, but even on YM here, hit rate on shorts is not matching my hit rate on longs. I try to trust my data. Long also seems to give me a way to get out around break even if the move doesn't play out. Late into the day, I can still kind of find a way out. Just interesting data to review. I try to be cautious about, smashing the short button if I'm getting a really, really strong win rate on longs and not as strong on shorts. So that's what I'm looking at into the open, guys. Just to review real quick, because everybody wants to know level, what area you're looking at. I'm not aggressively looking short right on a crack of prior day high, right, or pre-market high. Otherwise, I would have been short right in here off the 46, 680, 690s, right, maybe a couple points above. I don't know that I want it super aggressively, like right in here. I think there could be a play setting up as we're starting to find a little bit of sellers here. But yeah, this is not, this is not exactly what I'd be looking for. I don't think this is a great play. I think we could easily dance up here. I think we could easily come to dance up here. I'm going to wait for a bigger push to the upside if I'm going to fade this. But I'll acknowledge this isn't terrible, right? This is real high time frame, right? I'm super zoomed out. But look at that, look at the range here that we've got. If we start to break to the upside, or we at least just come up to test it, and we don't stay within it, right? We don't pull back down. We don't come back down to yesterday's high. We don't come back down into this area of high volume. Where do I think we're going? Up, right? I think we're coming all the way up here. I think we're going to break out of this area and continue to push to the upside. So it does, this does give you a way to structure risk. If you're looking for that aggressive trade, you get back to VWAP, right? I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see where VWAP is. Back to VWAP, gives us a pretty decent risk structure with a stop above, right? The high from the 20th. It's aggressive. It's counter to this movement right off the bat. I could see that potentially coming into play, but I'm not going to get too aggressive. We're easing back in. I'm coming off of freezing my ass off in the woods for the last multiple days. So no trade just yet, guys. I'm gonna watch above this high. I'd be getting interested. I think we do have a chance maybe to just sweep this, not really come all the way up here and pull back in. But we might not do that. We might try to turn right back down here. So I'm not gonna do anything just yet. That's where I'm at. But that's my analysis. Longs for sure. If we turn really aggressively, we pull back down. I could see it. I wouldn't like the long nearly as much after a bullish pop. I would have liked the long if the exact opposite happened off the open. We pulled back down in here. I would have been aggressively long. Like I was last week, multiple times. Down right around the same area, right? I like playing off key levels on the chart. It's pretty obvious what I'm doing here. It should be pretty obvious what I'm doing here. It's very simple. No magic, no fancy, complicated stuff. I don't pretend where the market is going to go. I leave that for other idiots. What's up, though? What's going on, chat? What's happening? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Good, awesome. Good morning, all. Market open. Ding, 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 ding. That's right, Adam. Wolf, what's up? JB, what's up? What's going on, guys? Chef Trades, what is happening? Good morning, good morning. Good to be back, for sure. Nice to take a little break, man. Nice to take a little, good morning, morning, Billa. Nice to take a little break, man. Nice to get off the charts for a little bit. Where I was, I had zero service during the day. Unless I was back around the cabin, grabbing some Wi-Fi, and I was sending messages, later into the afternoon. When I was out in the woods for the hours at a clip, zero. I'm talking like it just shows SOS. There's not even going to load a single text message or any web-based app that you're going to be able to use. Which is nice. It's nice to have that disconnect for a little bit. Took a couple trades. A couple $1,000 in some of the aggressive sim accounts that I'm trading on the side. Nothing to write home about. Really nothing to write home about. No trades in the live, in this Top 1 Futures live account. Because I'm treating that with some respect. And unless I'm fully focused, I'm at a desk, or I can manage the trade, or not even manage the trade, just know what the hell's going on for the next 8 hours. I don't think it's a great idea to put a trade on, even if you're throwing stops and targets in, and then not only, not set alerts, but remove yourself from Wi-Fi and service. That really doesn't give you any opportunity to do anything if things start to go wrong. So no trades in the live account. But let's see what we get today, man. Excited to be back with you guys. It is Thanksgiving week. I'm going to be live streaming here with you today and tomorrow, Wednesday. No stream on Thanksgiving Day. And then we will be back for the day after Thanksgiving. We'll be back for Friday, Black Friday. Wow, we're waiting for the market to decide if it wants to turn back down to the downside, which it looks like it does. Really aggressive pop-up here. That short would have potentially played right back down to the to VWAP point of control. Let's see. Let's see if we're just going to pull back on this before coming back up. This feels like we want to come right back down to VWAP. This does feel like we want to come right back down to VWAP. But, if you are checking out the link that's pinned to the top of the chat, we got a bunch of Black Friday deals. As you guys know, we got Black Friday deals from all of these. I put together a site for you. Put together a really quick Notion site. Nothing exciting. Just the core information. The deals that we have from the different companies, right? Either prop firms, software companies, journaling, charting, order flow, trade copiers. We got the percent, the active dates, the code, and the link. You guys want to check this out. Link is in the chat. These links in here bring you right to the site. They are affiliate links. They're partner links. I'm partnered and affiliated with everybody on this list. I stand to make money, so I can't be unbiased, right? I'm cherry picking the best deals because I think they're the best deals. But you could say that's just because you're partnered and affiliated with them. There's other deals out there. There are other great deals out there. But I wanted to organize this for you guys. This is honestly who I'm looking to take advantage of. Not take advantage of. The deals that I'm looking to take advantage of, right? If I don't get stuff for free, which I do sometimes. Looking to get set up. Obviously, I always just continue to extend my TradingView subscription out. Looking to get restarted with TradeZella. Excited to be linking up with them and get some nice journaling and even some backtesting features that I've seen. Bookmap, I'm locked and loaded with Bookmap. Obviously, I'm running multiple data feeds. We're locked and loaded with them. Top 1 futures, if I wasn't in a pre-live account and I was able to buy more accounts, I certainly would be stocking up on the new Ignite accounts that are back in action. 57.5% off. The Ignite instant funded accounts are back. Obviously, still the OG instant fundeds and the straight to sim funded pros are here. And the long-awaited, long-anticipated Tradeovate, still not out, guys. Obviously, I was yapping about it on Thursday. I was yapping about it the week before. We're waiting. I talk to them every single day, multiple times a day. Top 1 Futures, that is, their team. And they say it's coming. It's coming real soon. If you guys are in my Discord, you're here on the lives, you're going to be the first to know about it. Genuinely the first to know about it, because I'm going to try to give you a heads up before anybody else knows about it. But we are waiting for that Tradeovate rollout. That's the rundown, what we got going, man. 57.5% off for Top 1 Futures. Bookmap is running a gnarly deal. TradeZella is running the best deal of the year. TradingView running the best deal of the year. Obviously, TradingView is the big one. Good opportunity to get set up with a paid version of TradingView, a subscription. If you're going to trade off of it, you want to be able to run more indicators, more alerts, all that fun stuff. If you are looking to copy trade, it carries a hell of a risk, but third-party copy trader that I prefer, the one that I've tested, the only one that I've used is TradeSyncer. But I will give a gnarly disclaimer with those, man. There is a big inherent risk with third-party trade copiers. You really remove all liability from the firm and from any platform or broker, and the third-party trade copiers, they've gotten a lot better. Local, cloud-based, whatever you want to use, but they still get messed up every once in a while. I've seen issues, and when they do, that means potentially blown accounts, multiple, right? Plural, if you're copy trading. So, do that at your own risk. I think trading is extremely risky. Almost nobody makes money trading. Copy trading, especially third-party copy trading, like not within the platform that you're trading on itself, is even riskier. It's really, really gnarly amount of risk. Huge potential for upside, right? No risk, no reward. But I'll always give that disclaimer, right? I don't really have a big disclaimer for using something like TradeZella. I don't think you're gonna blow accounts because you were journaling your trades, or Bookmap, for example, reading some order flow, but things that are connecting to brokers and stuff like that, I always try to be transparent about that. So exercise, I would say, extreme caution if you're going to try to get set up with third-party trade copiers. I think TradeSyncer is the best stuff out there. Cloud-based, the fastest stuff that I've seen. The least amount of problems, but still problems. Ability to copy trade across multiple accounts, multiple firms, live accounts, a big dashboard with some reporting features, but some safety features, right? Like the flatten all, cancel all stuff. It's interesting. I'm going to be testing it again because as we get set back up with Tradeovate, probably going to need a trade copier if I'm going to be copy trading anything. Although you can copy trade within Tradeovate and Tradeovate Prop. Damn, man. That was the play. That was the play. Back to VWAP. That was it, guys. Fade the initial pop. That's the mean reversion trade that I look for day in and day out. Didn't get it from my level up here. Didn't get it off of the 47,000s, 47,100s that I was looking for. But that's definitely this playing out. Now, where do we go from here? How do we position ourselves? Are we going to flip this? Are we going to flip this into a bearish day? Looks like we're going to try. Could be the pullback right to VWAP. Nice buying opportunity if you were super duper long biased, but I would have really liked this short from a sweep of this high. Sweep of this high from the 20th, November 20th. Damn. Damn. No setup, no trade. You guys know the drill. But that's a hell of a reversion here. Looks like we're getting that on ES. Really didn't get that pop to the upside, but we're starting to sell off pretty aggressively here. Not insane, but nothing to bat an eye about. Damn. Didn't give me that really aggressive one that I would have liked. Framed the trade, right? I had a position tool up here. it gave you a little bit of a way to structure risk, but that to me, on a day where we open up so close to prior day high, blast above it right off the open, I'm really going to wait for a big extension, an overextension, right? And this one up here was a little bit spooky. That's my technical analysis term. A little bit spooky being so close to such a big high volume node up here. Yeah, 47,000. I would have waited. I wouldn't have been in right above this high. So it really didn't get too close to my actual entry. We would have been, yeah, I think at very best, I would have needed another 150, 200 points out of that to the upside before I was jumping in short. Now, turning to the downside, man. Break prior day high and come back down and break pre-market lows. We're getting ready to test Asia London lows here. Looking pretty damn weak. ES falling out of bed. Declining CVD on that bad boy pretty aggressively. Coming through all levels to the downside. YM looking pretty weak as well. Chat. Got some movement out of this bad boy. We gonna get some movement? We gonna get some movement here? Coming into the day before Thanksgiving and this holiday week? I think we might. I expect a little bit of a rejection here, right? Sweeping prior day, sweeping pre-market Asia London lows. We come through this quickly. This is gonna look pretty weak, man. Look pretty gnarly to the downside. I'd be looking all the way down, man. I just don't know if I'm going to get a setup on this. YM, man. YM. Either giving me the setup and not working with me. Getting close, but no cigar. Not really giving me the setup that I'm waiting for and giving me the movement. Not a bad read of the market for me. Just judging myself. Gotta decide if I want to get even more aggressive on these entries, or remain patient the way that I have. But this thing's getting ready to go. We fall out of bed here. I'm obviously not positioned short at this point at all. I think your stop loss, if you were getting short, you could run something right in here if you wanted to, but that's super duper gnarly. Here's a rejection off of Asia London lows, overnight lows. Let's see what we get here. See what we get here. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always, man. I know I say that a lot, but coming into Thanksgiving week, I'm going to practice a lot of gratitude. I'm going to tell you guys how thankful I am for everybody that's here, everybody that's in the 100% free trading Discord. Look at the rejection off of pre-market lows. Damn, man. Damn, YM. What are we doing today? 100 points right off the lows? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we get on the 30-second chart and we just start sniping entries here. I don't know. Kidding, of course. Kidding, of course. I'm going to throw this link in here, guys. If you want to hop in the 100% free Discord, I'm well past... What's up, Wicco? What's happening, guys? What's up on Kick? I am well past the 2,000 member mark on Discord, which is absolutely insane. You guys want to hop in there? There's the link. No course, no VIP, no paid mentorship, no special secret indicator. That's just a random script for TradingView that I try to sell you. That's the secret key to profitability. That's a bunch of BS. None of that stuff works. Mentorship can work, right? Getting some serious help can work. Having someone to answer questions and to hold you accountable for sure can help in a paid way. But I'm not running anything like that. My Black Friday deal is the best in the industry. It's free. Everything's free. And it's not the best deal of the year because it's everything free every year. Every day of the year for me. Might not always be that way. We'll see. But That's how I like to run this stuff. Of course, I yap about prop firms, software companies, order flow, trading view, everything that you just saw on that list that I'm partnered and I'm affiliated with, that I stand to make money from, including the streaming platforms themselves and other multiple sources outside of trading in my personal life, outside of stuff that I show here. But as far as hopping on a stream, asking me a question, getting what I think is a pretty detailed response, I try my best. Being able to watch my trading play out day in and day out, get my strategy, my approach, my risk management, get a community, get live streaming, right? Free 99. Damn, YM. This is interesting, guys. This is really interesting. I know I'm not reading the chat right now, guys, but I'm really interested in what we do here. Really interested in what we do here. Is this going to be just a crazy wick to the upside, wick to the downside, and then we effing blast off? I think it might, man. I'm considering a continuation here, guys. I'm considering a continuation trade here. Now, this is somewhat choppy so far, right? Big push to the upside, big push to the downside here on YM. We could absolutely see a wick out, crack lower, pull back to VWAP, and then a continuation. I don't know that we see that. I'm looking at this long, man. I might have to try this one, guys. Stop loss right below this low. If we come down and crack this, I'm dead wrong, and I think we continue lower, but I think we might be pushing higher on this. I got to look at the high time frame, guys. Mostly because I've been off the charts for a couple days, so I really like to get myself familiar. This is a high volume area. Could chop around, man. We could chop around and dance back down here. I like this long. I like this long. What a move out of YM. What a move out of YM. Ooh. If these come back through, this is an account killer. This is an account killer if these come back through. Pop off the open, gnarly sell-off, and then complete reversion to come back down through the highs. Breakout traders are getting cooked both ways. Oh. I'm really tempted to try this, guys, long. I think if we dance around here a little bit, we come back down, I'm going to consider a long play on this. Why? Really bullish pop off the open, right? Somewhat bullish structure coming out of these lows. We got a nice bullish daily candle forming. Crack to the upside, right? Trap everybody, trap all the longs, take everybody out, run stops right below the key level, Asia, London lows, right? Push the daily low down a couple points, and then what do? Turn right back and rip through the highs. That's a bullish move, man. It hasn't played out that way just yet. We haven't ripped through the highs, right? We've just pulled back to VWAP, and it could absolutely be the setup for a short. You could read this completely opposite. But that's going to be the play. Ah, man, I'm trying to give this a second to pull right back down in here. Give me a little bit better entry. I'd love a stop loss a little bit further down below this level. Shoot, YM. You going to give it to me before you take off? And again, guys, if I'm wrong, I'm dead wrong, right? If I'm wrong, it's a short. We melt. We come all the way down through the lows. It's a bearish day. But I'm really tempted to try this long. This thing is not giving me a chance. Super fast. Not super fast, but just no choppiness whatsoever after the move. Am I going to talk through it? I was too quick, man. I need my minimum 200-point stop. I need to stop down here. And I would like it to be like 20, 30 points below this low. This is too aggressive. Looking long on this, though, guys. Let's see. If we start to dip back down here, I think I'm going to take it. Prior day volume point of control, like right in here. Temporary volume point of control. I'm going to try this long. It's not going to give me a shot, though. I don't want to do it on micros either. Fucking YM, man. What are you doing to me here, kid? Yeah, that would be perfect. could be just could just be an absolute trap the shorts, trap the longs, and trap the longs, trap the shorts, and then come back down through the low. But that's not how I'm reading this. This would be a continuation style trade for me. Continuation to the upside, right? Coming through VWAP rather than a from the extreme trade. What an effing rejection. Sorry guys, lock it in here for a second because I got a setup coming. This could set up for gnarly chop, but I think we're gonna pick a direction. It's either gonna be to the upside or south. But damn, man, it's gonna just go. It's just gonna go. It's just gonna go. It's not what I meant to go. Yeah, consumer confidence at 10, guys. We got some news coming right now. It's really not a crazy one. It's really not a crazy one in my book. It's an orange folder on forexfactory.com. Damn. I'm gonna wait for this news to print and see what we get here, but this looks like the long. Short would have paid really aggressively. Long continuation, maybe. Here we go, guys. 10 seconds to some orange folder news. Medium impact. If we come back down into this, I'm going to take it aggressively. I think during the news print. That's going to be my play. I'm going to look to jump in long here, guys. If we get a little bit of a crack lower. I want to chase this now. Don't want to chase it. Not aggressive enough. Not aggressive enough for the way YM is moving, man. Going right back through this high. Damn, son. Not aggressive enough. I'm not being aggressive enough on YM here right off the open. There was a setup for that really aggressive short, not really in play. I would have liked to be long on this already below VWAP. I'm gonna see if it gives me a second chance entry. Again, could be completely wrong. We could come right back down through this low. CVD has not jumped at all on ES on the way up. In fact, every turn to the downside, it's continuing to decline. Similar move out of YM where we've kind of just continued to drift lower on cumulative volume delta. We really don't have a ton of buy volume on this. It's not all I use, right? That's not like a sole indicator, but that's definitely something that's not lining up for this trade. I would love to see these significantly more positive. I'd love to see more buy side volume, right? Around these movements. ES got some orders to the downside for sure. We're gonna run ES here on the side. Just kind of watch that CVD. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a second chance entry here, guys. Somewhere right in here, maybe right in here, for a long. Could absolutely just break out to the downside, but I like this long with a stop loss below this low. Good to get ready for initial balance to set pretty quick here. Under 30 minutes to the first hour of trading. We get our initial balance high and low. That gives us a really nice range with some strong statistics around it. Shout out Edgeful for those stats. If you want to check out Edgeful, they are on that list pinned to the top of the chat as well. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's up? Let's read chat as we come back down, and I try to stay patient for a second chance entry long here. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we talked about that. NQ has dropped massively. Dwayne, yeah. Morning. Nate, what's up, man? Shorted this. Yo, what's up, Juan? What's going on? What's going on? Gus, what's up? We the people, what's up? Hi guys, giveaway over. I don't know, man. Hang out. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm thankful for you. I think we're gonna see a lot of giveaways this week. What do I know? A lot of manipulation. Not a lot of manipulation today. Yeah, this is gnarly. This is an account killer. If we come back through this high, this is an account killer. And what I mean by that is like days where we get a big push to the upside, breaking above key levels, right? Like prior day high, pre-market high, and then we fail to continue. We come all the way back down through where any reasonable person at the most conservative, in my opinion, would have placed a stop if you got long all the way up here. Like what level of structure? This is a 15-minute chart. At very best down here, we come through that. And then what do? As soon as we break that and you go, you know what? I'm going to stay unbiased. I'm going to flip. I'm going to get short. I was wrong. We come and trade 260, 70 points higher through VWAP. You know, this is choppy so far, man. Really aggressive movement back and forth. That traditionally generates a lot of blown accounts for traders that are not mean reversion traders, that are not, reversal traders. A lot of guys are trading with the trend, right? Lower time frame movements, continuation, breaks and retests, breakouts, and that's tough to deal with. Really tough to deal with. Look for manipulation. Accumulated all night. Accumulation, distribution, manipulate. Yeah, I don't subscribe too much to those ones, to that thought process. It can be helpful to think that way, but just more raw market structure, price action. I think it will go down. In short, let's see. Just notice mirror behind me. Yeah, in a different location, guys. Right, different location than where I'm usually streaming. I'm staying patient on this, guys. My discretion is long. It was long off the open. I had an opportunity for a short there that would have been really aggressive. We are sweeping the low, breaking through VWAP. Now we're retesting VWAP from above here on YM. I know ES and NQ were looking weaker than this. Looks like they still are. NQ still down below VWAP here. ES down below, but trying to figure out what it wants to do as well. I like this long. I like this long because it's I'm dead wrong, right? I actually like this either direction because you got a clean invalidation point. You know, we come through the lower the high. I think it's likely that we come all the way back through the opposite side, right? Kind of like that initial balance statistic. We get this nice big range that we've opened up with. I think that's a pretty strong low, a pretty strong high. If we crack one side, I don't know that we continue. But I just think it's less likely to come back through the other side. Through VWAP, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice review on this one. I'm gonna have such a nice review on this one. All right, sitting patient, still no trade, guys. We're going to see initial balance coming up in 23 minutes. I had a couple things get real close. I think if I was being more aggressive today, I could have been into multiple trades, but maybe it's coming off of a couple days off the charts. A desire to not get super duper involved in the first 10 minutes of me sitting back down after a few days off. But I'm continuing to read the market and miss the opportunity to capitalize on those market movements. But you don't get paid for reading the market. You don't get paid for talking about the market. You get paid for hitting the buy and sell button. Or you lose money for hitting the buy and sell button. A little bit frustrating there, though. Close. Close, right? What did I say? Prior day volume point of control, temporary volume point of control. That was my second chance to go long. 30 points. 30 points below, right? This was the move that I was anticipating happening, Juan. You could watch my stuff play out because I just talk through what I'm looking at and articulating, you know, what I'm waiting for. Here's $1,000 to the, here's $1,000 to the upside on my 1 mini. Close, like really, really, really close second chance to go long, right? What I try to do as I'm waiting for the market to do something, I'm starting to anticipate, is pick a level, right? Pick an area. And then I try not to jump in 20, 30 points before that, because then you're just front running your area of interest every single day. And if you're going to do that, your area of interest should be 20, 30, 40 points higher than whatever you're saying it is. Called out, volume point, prior day volume point of control, temporary volume point of control, right? That's why I said on another day, I think if I'm being a little bit more aggressive, I'm in right in here. 30, 40 points lower, that's a for sure I'm hitting long. So opportunities coming and going quickly this session, man. We're not even we're 40 minutes in, just under 40 minutes in, coming and going quick, man. We'll see. Market's gonna keep moving, obviously, right? We're nowhere close to done yet, so we'll see. Part of my mindset every morning trading NY helped me cook last month. Nice. Close orb low, close NY VWAP. Long. Nice. Good game. Entry at 705. TP 67.48. Nice. Nate calling out some trades in here as I am continuing to talk about the market with a lot of accuracy and failing to execute. I'm not being aggressive enough. That short, I don't think I'm taking on another day. I really don't think I'm taking that short on another day. I'm not getting long on a play like that until we come back through VWAP. This was an entry as we came back up through VWAP, really aggressively rejecting on this candle for a continuation play, just not fast enough. Second chance for a long in that area that I first liked as we danced around here was right in here. Right in here from the middle ground. Not quick enough. Not quick enough today. But we'll see. What are we getting out of NQ and ES, guys? Yeah, still not looking real strong out of NQ at all. Not looking real bullish out of NQ at all. So, you know, who knows? This might come right back down through the low on YM as well. These are putting up a fight. Looking pretty choppy here, man. Could just be the range day setting up. Could be super duper choppy across ES, YM, NQ looking pretty bearish. Maybe we come back down, could come back up through. This is interesting. Interesting. We shall see. Took an L shorting that pullback after the dump. This PA is ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Initial balance is wider than its average. It's going to be wider than its average. It is. It's going to be a pretty aggressive initial balance range. Not quite there yet. 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we will get initial balance high and low, but it looks like we're going to set up right in here for initial balance. It looks like, chat, this is going to be initial balance high and low right here. Not set just yet, but that certainly looks like what it is going to be. YM, man. YM. Let's see. Reading a couple messages. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's interesting, guys. We're gonna have to see. Gonna have to see, man. Gonna have to see. CVD is still looking real weak on ES, but this structure on YM, is looking pretty wild right now. I'm not gonna take a third chance entry, right? This was my 200 points to the upside right there to grab $1,000, or close to it, right? Let's be accurate. How big is this candle? Yeah, 200 points. No third chance entries. We'll see what happens if we come back down around. It would be somewhat of a new trade idea. I still could see this thing continuing to the upside. Choppy overall, man. Break up a VWAP. I wouldn't mind a dip back down here around initial balance low for a long. Stop loss outside. If we break this, I'm dead wrong. We're not coming back up. We're likely not going to come back up and break the high. We're likely to break out and continue to the downside. So I could see a long from the low end of this range that we had so far with a stop outside. It would also set up nicely if we are just gonna like do this crap like all day. Where do I want to be trading, to and from, right? I don't want to be long in here for the breakout or short down here for the breakout. I want to be long down here where I'm dead wrong if we break out. I'm right if we chop. I'm right if we break out to the upside. Just the way that I think about trading after a big range is put in like this. You could have traded for the continuation here. That would have failed. You could have traded for the breakout down here, right? Could break out below overnight lows. That would have really sucked if you got short on this on a pullback. Probably, right? Anywhere in here, 50 points, 100 points, 150 points. Unless you had to stop completely outside of here, you wouldn't have survived. So we'll see. See what we get here. Good morning. Good morning. Looks like the time ESIB is done, the RVOL will be north of 100%. Yeah, I don't know. My bad. I'm not staring at ES. I'm reading more as I go. Same here. Oh, I trade ES with basically. Yeah, no. Most people are trading NQ or ES for sure. Let's see what we get here, guys. I'd be cautious, though. I'd be pretty cautious. I think days like this can really start to frustrate people. You get stopped long, you get stopped short, you try to dance around in the middle, it gets pretty gnarly. I'd be cautious, guys. Be cautious. Morning, folks. Good morning, Daily Tail. Good morning. What's going on? Omega, what's up? Missed you yesterday. Yeah, man. If you guys... I had people comment and stuff like... I repeat myself 1,000 times. I guess not enough. I update everyone repeatedly across socials, across Discord, even on here on the live sessions for my, my upcoming schedule, like when I'm doing something or not doing something. There's the Discord link again if you want to hop in. We got a holiday week here. I had a little bit of holiday travel myself. We got live stream today, live stream tomorrow, Wednesday. No live on Thanksgiving. I'm going to be hanging out, eating turkey, spending time with my family. Live stream on Friday. Black Friday live stream for sure. So I'll be with you guys for that part of the week. Next week, back to the full regularly scheduled schedule. 9:15 a.m. Eastern every damn day. But I don't like anybody waiting around or anything. What's up, man? What's up? What's going on? Kick. How you guys doing, man? Got more and more of you guys hopping on Kick as well. I also posted this. I'm going to throw it again in both chats. This is... Black Friday deal list. Black Friday Trading View deal list. Quick site I put together. If you guys want to check it out. Stuff from Top 1 Futures, Bookmap, TradeZella, TradeSyncer, Trading View. Not to tongue twister because everyone's name has trade or top in it. I saw you on the Discord schedule. Just wanted to let you know your presence was missed. Thank you, Omega. I missed you too. I missed all of you guys this week. I missed the fam, the trading fam. No, I see a lot of you guys. Same people here on YouTube, on Kick, on X. Same guys and girls in Discord. It's awesome. Awesome to have the community. Now I'm trying to frame a trade here, man. I don't want to go no trade, which is not a good reason to trade. I will go no trade if I have to, but I really am gonna struggle to maintain patience. I had a pretty boring week last week. I mean, awesome fun, had a great time, but as far as trading goes, not really exciting. There's nothing bad with ending small green, right? You can't complain on things that ended up to be small wins or stop outs for break even. But after multiple days of that, it does start to get tiring to say, I got close to a setup and no trade. I got close to another setup, no trade. You don't take a win, you don't take a loss. Maybe you would have only taken a loss, but your mind starts to go, damn, man, putting the work in. I'm sitting here. I'm waiting. I want this trade, right? I want to make money. I want to take payouts, right? I try to be cautious about that. I'm pretty good at staying patient, but there's upper limits, right? Where it starts to get difficult. This, to me, is right now is choppy as all hell. If we continued through that high after breaking that prior 15-minute bar, came back down, tested VWAP, and pushed up, and broke through the 46,850s, right, where that IB high is, or upcoming IB high potentially, that would have looked really good, and I would have just said, damn, I missed my second chance entry right in here that I was looking for off of volume point of control. I think we're headed up. Where? I think we're headed up here, right? Next area of high volume, next area of market structure, multiple volume points of control. We're making the case that we might want to come back down and dance around these lows, flip this day bearish. I still think if you said you had to pick a spot, long, right? I think we cracked that IB high, but this is choppy, man. So I'm gonna be cautious. Opportunity short would have paid. Opportunity long, if I got long right in here, I would be probably maybe the 200 points I would have been able to grab. Maybe that was pretty tight right here. That I'm usually aiming for, but I don't think I would have grabbed that. I don't think I would have clipped this. I would have held for a break of IB high. This looked good. I would have held for a move all the way up here. So I'd be coming back down into drawdown right now. So no harm, no foul on maybe missing the long play. Let's see what happens as we come back down around VWAP here. Let's see. Let us see, chat. Let us see. All right, we gotta get some Japanese trap beats going. I need some uplifting music here. I need the focus music. I don't need an ad. That's not good. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna force this one, guys. Here comes the focus on. Just a real quick conversation before I read the chat. Feel free to ask trading questions, guys, prop firm questions, software questions, or whatever you want to ask. I'm happy to talk about trading. I try to avoid just overtly off-topic random questions, although sometimes they're funny, or just completely personal doxing questions that really have nothing to do with trading. Although I try to tie almost everything back to trading in my life because I find so much comes into it. Here's the thought that I have right now, right? And I just articulated this. I had a potential, like market's moving, right? I had a potential for a short. Not really a valid setup. Close, if I was being super aggressive, maybe I take that on another day, but probably not. It would have paid. We swept that low, came back up through VWAP and pushed to the upside really aggressively. Potential long in there. Not really great. Like, this would have paid if I was fast enough. And on another day, I think I'm taking a continuation. This could have potentially paid me. Now back down at VWAP, right? But after watching the market for a little bit, being off the charts, but coming off of a slower week last week, I know the feeling inside, the emotion, right? The thought is, come on, bro, take a trade. Let's get it going. You're just going to sit here. You went no trade a couple times. You really didn't make progress. So the trades that you took stopped at break even. Take a trade. And I know what happens there. That's the devil on my shoulder, right? And the difficult thing to do is to go, no real good opportunity. The market's going to wait you out. It's going to fake you out to the upside and downside, and it's going to wait for that devil to start chirping and wait for you to jump in to take that unnecessary loss. So when you look back and you go, why did you really take that? It was kind of a slow week. I hadn't traded the last couple of days. You wanted to trade really bad. You put a dumbass trade on. You took a dumbass loss. So to counteract that, right, and this is just the experience that comes with trading for so long and doing the wrong thing so many times, putting your hand on the stove so many times, I'm really going to try to not do that. I don't like to go no trade with you guys here at all. I don't think it's super fun. But I think taking dumbass trades for the sake of entertainment is not live trading. It's just being entertaining, which is fun to do, but not really what I'm doing here, especially not in a live account that I am trying to be as serious as I possibly can with and not just run into the ground. There's no reset button. So I'm going to sit patient. That's my long way of saying I'm going to sit patient now. I really don't have a clean setup here. If we dipped like I said, if we started to dip all the way back down in here, closer to this IB low, right? I could maybe play the range for a push back up right off of VWAP. It's just not my play. Right off of VWAP after chop like this to the upside and downside is not my play. Still looking long. Still would like to have found a way in long on this. We're going to have to see, though. Let's see how this plays. That's my thought, guys. So anyway, we're gonna hang out here. We'll talk we'll talk trading. You'll watch what real trading looks like for me playing out in front of you guys. And win, loss, no trade, break even, all of it. You guys get to watch that. Along with that, we'll probably run a giveaway in a little bit. I don't want to give it away too early. We'll probably run a giveaway in a little bit. It's Black Friday week. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm thankful for you guys. We're gonna be giving out some accounts on the stream. No purchase necessary. You just gotta be here. A formal drop. I'll yap about it the way I always yap about it. Don't freak out, but probably got a giveaway coming. Anyway, let's see. Hope you had a good time on vacation. Yeah, man, it was for those that care about the personal stuff, and I'm doing a whole write-up on how hunting has really taught me lessons in patience and in preparation for trading. But I was whitetail deer hunting with my father. I've done that for, I don't know, the last 16 or 17 years before I had a license, before most kids were able to play violent video games. I was gutting deer in the woods with my dad. So I was hunting for, over the weekend. Saw a lot of deer, a lot of does, a lot of bucks, just not the trophy buck that I was hunting for. Not the trophy buck. So no shots taken, but it was really cool. Really nice, meditative to get in the woods and to sit quietly, silently by yourself for an entire day from sun up to sundown, and not have any phone with you. It's a really surreal experience for someone like me that is so plugged in all the time as a trader, also a live trader who runs a bunch of different social media, right, and makes videos all damn day and is constantly yapping in front of his phone like a psychopath, to do that. And I really enjoy that time. Also a great time with my family, great time with my pops, laughing and joking and having great food. Dudes were cooking lobster tails and lamb chops and a whole bunch of good stuff in a hunting cabin. So despite not taking home the trophy buck, which is never fun, right? Not taking the good big winning deer. Good time with family, man. And there's no substitute for that. Nothing can replace that. So yeah. Do you have any video where you explain how you use VWAP, if you don't mind? I don't have a specific video on how I use VWAP. I could talk about it a little bit, but it's kind of similar to the way that most use it, as a dynamic line in the sand, support and resistance level, giving you who's in control. Talk about that a little bit. Do you think there's going to be a good deal when all of these prop firms transition from Project X? No, I don't think there's going to be any better deal than right now, Juan. I think today is probably the best deals that you are getting across all trading platforms. Whether I'm partnered and affiliated with them, and they're on this list, which if you guys haven't seen it, it's pinned to the top of the chat. Black Friday deals. I have the deals, the discount level, the dates, whether or not it needs a code or not, the links on here to bring you directly to the site so you guys can check these out for yourself. This is the top stuff. The trading space, most of the trading space, not all of them. Some of them don't do anything, which is cool. Most of the trading space goes super hard for Black Friday. TradingView is an example. They run the best deal this week. It's like up to 80 or 90% off. It's insane. And then they don't run anything close to that for the rest of the year. So if you are looking to, try a different prop firm, load up on different prop firms, get set up for anything, this week is the week. For Top 1 Futures specifically, which I'm trading on right now on Project X, who is one of the ones that's transitioning off Project X, everyone except for Top Step, they're launching Tradeovate, hopefully this week. And I got a really, 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 really good indication that if you're waiting for Tradeovate, you're going to get the deal. You're going to get this same Black Friday deal that's running, this 57.5% off with no minimum trading days and, all the other benefits, all that fun stuff. But I wouldn't say like there's going to be like a better deal in, December or January or something. So, read from the bottom. Liquidity is there. Cool. Nice. Sorry, I'm reading from the bottom now. IBL and IB high the first 30 minutes of session. No, first hour. So this technically just set, just to be clear. This technically just set. It is, I do it preempting it, right? This just set. IB high, IB low, 10:30 a.m. right now. We now have our IB high, our IB low. There's a lot of stats behind that. We can talk about edge flow. We can talk about the stats behind that. I think we go, man. I think we break IB high, and I think we don't come back down to break this low. And I think I'm going to be frustrated watching the long that I wanted today play out. But I don't have an entry, so I'm going to sit with you guys, and you'll watch me shake my head at myself. But we'll see. Could be an entry coming up. Could be one more dip down before a potential break. We could just turn. We could break out and run here. Frustrating to watch this, but we'll see. We'll see. Do you see the discount Apex is running? No, I don't pay any attention to Apex. I think they are the absolute... And here's the thing, guys. Right? I'm partnered. I'm affiliated with one firm. I try not to talk badly about other competitive firms because it's just a stupid thing to do for the most part. In fact, I talk positively about a lot of other firms that I'm not partnered and affiliated with, but I try to give you my own honest, open opinion. In my opinion, I think Apex has one of the most insane opportunities to take huge payouts from sim, but it's similar to playing poker with the mob, right? For every one guy that rinses them, there's 10 others that die trying, and they are objectively... Well, maybe not objectively. In my humble opinion, they have the hardest rule set, by far the hardest rule set, and they are the ones that have the most issues with payouts. They have constantly changing, extremely difficult to understand rules. They are a bucket shop, meaning they have no live traders. They are completely disaligned with the way that a prop firm would need to make money if traders are making money. They have never had live traders. They don't have them now, as far as I'm aware. They are the absolute bottom of the barrel. I've never touched them, and I don't plan to. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. You see the huge payouts. You see the millions of dollar payouts, right? You see even guys from my community have taken $40,000 payouts. Every single person, even the guy that took the $40,000 payout, even the guys that have taken the $1 million payouts, almost every single person I've spoken to has had a horrible experience with Apex at one time or another, being denied a payout they were due. So I don't pay attention. I know they run a 99.999% discount, so you can YOLO accounts on news, but I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. I can go on and on and on about that, like in more detail. That's just my humble opinion. You might say Apex is the best opportunity and they're the best for me, and you might be right, and I might be wrong for you, but I just try to give you my opinion. I think there's other great firms out there outside of Top 1 Futures that are doing good things, right? Personally, my humble biased opinion, being partnered and affiliated with Top 1, I think they are the best in the industry for instant funded accounts. One of the best. Let's make it easy, right? Because nobody ever knows the best for you. One of the best in the industry for instant funded accounts. Look at the price, look at the rule set, compare them against everybody else. Go from there. I think there's other firms out there with great eval models. There's other good instant funded firms. Just depends. But watch the space, man. They're changing. We watched it yesterday. The space is tightening up. Everyone is changing rules. They are all changing rules. They're tightening up on sim farming. They're tightening up on the YOLOing, the running through accounts, the rinsing and repeating on evals and funded accounts. The sim game is coming to an end as far as the ability to just rip through accounts on the way to payouts in sim farm. They're tightening up. You are going to have to actually trade if you're not trading now. You're going to have to actually have an edge in the market. You're going to get moved to a live account faster, and you're not going to be able to hit the reset button. And if you can't trade, you ain't going to hold on to that account, right? So that's happening across a lot of them, at different paces, but in general. But yeah, no. If last year when they just had the insane videos come out of their team Apex talking about how they send emails to try to get trip traders up and tell them that they're being reviewed and all of the ways that they try to make sure that traders don't get a payout. That was their whole Zoom meeting. I don't know what's enough for you to say that that's probably not who I want to give my money. Prop firms aren't angels, right? Top One's not an angel. All the other prop firms are not angels, right? There's a game being played. There's a business. But holy shit, man! I think you're playing poker with the mob, man. And the guns are on the table. That's really clear. Like, get in, get out. Maybe you'll make it, but a lot of blood on the floor in that room. So anyway, that's my analogy. Ah, man. I need codes for direct payout, not even straight to funded. Need something straight to payout. Yeah, that's coming out. That's coming out next year, guys. You didn't hear that? It's just straight to payout. You pay them $60 and then they give you $59. You just get paid out right away. Straight to payout. Yup, straight to payout, straight to bank. Stop one off in Trader 8 yet? Not yet. Good question. Almost there, guys. Almost there, as what I've been told, which has been every damn day for like the last 3 weeks. So I'm waiting patiently with you. I said it was really, really soon, because that's what I was told. I expected any day. To roll out. They are working out bugs. They've been working with their firm, with the platform, for a long period of time, for months. They've tested. I've been testing with them. I was showing you guys the Trade of 8 accounts, right? The test accounts. It's in the works. They are working out the kinks. They're doing everything they can to not launch and here's what I like about their team, right? Everybody's asking for this to launch. It's Black Friday. If you're partnered and affiliated, even like me or somebody, or you're a trader, right? They're coming off of Project X. Everybody wants it. And they would make money launching it even if it had problems, because everyone's going to buy the account, right? You don't find out until after. They're like, we don't want to roll something out if we know that there's any problem. We want it to be as close to 100% as we possibly can. And there's still probably going to be issues the way that there is, right? Everything, there's always little nuances. But that's what they're doing. They're not just going to say, give us all your money and we'll figure it out. They're trying to do right by everybody. And, that's what's going on. I think a lot of firms roll things out extremely quickly. They're trying to be a little bit slower with this one and just make sure that everything is as close to 100%, especially as everybody gets ready to transition off of Project X, and there's probably going to be a huge amount of volume. So it's been testing, just constant testing, testing their dashboard, testing everything. So should see it soon. I would say any day. I would be really surprised if it wasn't this week. I would be extremely surprised, and it's already Tuesday. So we'll see. That's a good deal. Yeah. Morning, guys. Morning. Yep. No pressure. Watching this market, man. I don't know. We might just have to run duck races today, guys. I think that's what type of day it's going to be. It's going to be a duck race day. Watching this market continue to push. Getting real close to IB high here. I think we go. I think we break this to the upside. I'm not positioned long. I don't have a way to do it from up here. I told you I wasn't going to buy the breakout. If it was long already anywhere in here, where would I probably be waiting? This would be beautiful. But maybe not there. Maybe like right in here. the high end of this, right? Of these lows, a push up into this area of high volume through this area of low volume on a crack of IB high into the 47,000 evens, 47,000 50s to 100s. I could see that move happening. Let's see what we get. Day's still young. It's only 10:38. We ain't throwing in the towel yet. I do like some aggressive off the open style moves that I did not capture today for sure. But we'll see. See what sets up for us. Is NQ flipping bullish yet? No, back at VWAP. Trying. ES is green. Back green on the day. Small percent. Damn, YM. Got close to giving it to me. Didn't quite give it to me. I'm sorry. So I missed a couple questions. We'll talk about VWAP, man. I'll come back to VWAP. I'll come back to VWAP. Everybody talks about VWAP, so I'll come back to VWAP. Adam asks, when was your aha moment that shifted you to a profitable trader? Adam Daz, let me know if you're still here, brother. Before I answer that question. Zach, not a troll question. Is any prop trying to retain Project X in any firm working on that? Top Step. Top Step, who allegedly owns, unconfirmed Project X, is attempting to retain Project X because I think it's theirs. But the message that they sent out, Wolf, was confirmed to be sent to not all, because we never know all, but majority of Project X firms, and it was, we are done. We're done on February 28th. Not up for debate. We're rolling back our offering. So I think all firms except for Top Step are going to stop selling Project X accounts very quickly, right? I would probably say after Black Friday, maybe sometime into December. They're going to stop, and then everybody will be off of it by February, except for Top Step. Yeah, so they've given the finger to everybody and said no. As far as I'm aware, right? Nobody can confirm or deny if any firm has anything else going on. But I can speak for Top One Futures. They gave the actual full message that was sent. It's on Twitter if you want to see it, or in their Discord. The actual full message that was sent from Project X. And at the same time, many other firms that were offering Project X shared that they received the same message, that they're coming off of, they're transitioning to some other platform. Grateful that that Top One Futures is partnered with the best in the industry, as far as I'm aware. Trade-of-8, Ninja Trader, TradingView, rolling out soon. But yeah, that's essentially what we got. Yo, Adam, if you're still on here, I'll answer that question. But the too long didn't read is there's no aha moment. That's my question too. I love Project X. Yeah. Need to talk with ICT about Project X. No. Cool. Why do you trade out? Well, YM. I like YM. Preference. Just purely preference and results driven. I seem to do better on YM. I had a lot of experience on YM. I like the movement on YM. People sometimes ask me to clarify what I mean, why I like that preference. If you want a more detailed answer, I can give it to you. Which accounts are the winners of the giveaways getting when Trade-of-8 is released? Trade-of-8. They are all getting Trade-of-8. I have 3 of you guys from last week that have won accounts, all 3, that have not received an account yet because I am waiting for Trade-of-8 to launch. And as soon as it launches, you guys are going to be the first ones to get accounts. You're all getting Trade-of-8 accounts. I don't want to give anybody a Project X account. I just think get them on Trade-of-8. Project X now has a death sentence. It's going to the chair. Right, so accounts are still available. Ton of people still trading them. I'm still trading it right here. I'm going to continue to still trade it until they tell me I can't trade it. I like Project X. I don't like it for certain reasons, right? We talked about slippage. We talked about some of the issues they've had. I'm going to get comfortable on Trade-of-8, probably through TradingView. That's been my decision so far. But be making some tutorial videos about Trade-of-8, about TradingView, logging in, different things you can and can't do. Differences from Project X. Be making some videos about that coming up. But yeah. Good games. Actually, I think Apex is. Is it the normal instant funded accounts? I think they are pulling the plug on Project X because Top Step is trying to become a broker. Yeah, Relaxi, or Percio. We talked a lot about that, man. I try not to put my tinfoil hat on too much. I talked in detail about it already on the lives. I'm not going to go back through it. I think the writing's on the wall. If you've been in this space long enough, things are not always as they seem, and you can read through the bullshit on a lot of things, right? It's a business. We know it's a business, right? We know firms are here to make money. Traders are here to make money. You know, we can see where interests are aligned and not aligned, and you know, I'll leave it at that. The giveaway that we're gonna run today, 'cause here's the plot twist. We're gonna run a giveaway soon, guys. Here, I'll give you the number. Let's do it. Since you're still asking about giveaways, let's get the giveaway rolling. We're gonna do a giveaway at 100 likes. We're gonna give away a top 1 futures to answer your question. Top 1 futures, 50K straight to sim funded pro. Oh no, wait, we're gonna give away an Ignite account. We're gonna give away a 50K Ignite account today since they are back in action. Giveaway at 100 likes. We're giving away the Ignite instant funded account. It is a no activation, no challenge, no trading time frame, none of that stuff. Instant funded account. That's what we're giving away today. One of these bad boys. The 50K. 100 likes on YouTube. We will run it. If you're on Kick, if you're on X, I'll give you guys the form. Also, you guys can get ready for that. Yeah, there's a form. There's always a form, guys. Oh, Adam Daz, you're on here, man. Yeah, to answer your question earlier, there's no aha moment in trading. I don't think for me personally. There were many big steps forward. Some of those included realizing that there was no holy grail strategy, that the answer that I was seeking was not in a 100% mechanical, objective, rules-based strategy, clearing my charts, focusing on my mindset, focusing on my discretion, focusing on you know, my emotional control. All of those were big steps in the right direction. Realizing that I had to utilize my discretion, my intuition to a certain degree. Those were big steps forward where I noticed I was struggling for so long, and I had this big jump forward where I gained a lot of consistency and you know, and worked towards making money. But a lot of traders, I ask that question, they want to know what is the turn the page aha moment that you have. You know, how can I understand that early? And I you know, just listed a couple things that have really pushed me in the right direction, but I don't think there's any one day where you just wake up and all of a sudden you make money consistently in the markets. It just doesn't work that way. It's this slow grind where you go from horribly losing money and being terrible at trading to being less sucky and then starting to break even and then slowly starting to grab some consistency and starting to turn a profit over time. But it's not like you flip a page one day and it's all roses and rainbows. But those for me were the biggest jumps. Stopping with strategy hopping, stopping with 100% objective stuff, adding more indicators, thinking that the answer was in strategy, recognizing that it was mindset, it was psychology, it was being a good risk manager, learning the game of probabilities, right? Reading all the trading books, and really focusing on how I was going to apply my discretion and intuition, because I'm very discretionary. How I was going to track that, how I was going to keep myself in line, right? Build discipline, an enormous amount of discipline on the charts. All of those things were really big lead-ins. There's others. There's a lot of others. This is frustrating, chat. This one's frustrating. I don't have a trade. I don't think I'm going to have one coming up. Break of IB high and continue to push. Good questions, though. Actually, Zach, maybe you have an idea what will happen to those on Project X accounts. Yeah, everybody's going to be taken care of. It's the same question that everybody keeps asking. What if I'm on Project X? What if I'm on Project X? Number one, here's the hard truth about this, guys. They're going to stop selling Project X accounts pretty soon, right? Because they're going to transition everybody off in the future. Majority of traders, when the transition happens at the end of February, will not have a Project X account because majority of traders do not hold on to prop firm accounts. Evals are funded for weeks or 1 month or 2 months, let alone multiple months. If you are one of those people, I think there's either going to be one of two options. I'm very confident there's going to be one of two options, and that nobody will be hung out to dry by Top 1 Futures or probably any of the other ones that are offering Project X, as long as they have a viable alternative. You'll either be forced transitioned onto Tradeovate, which I think is what's going to happen. They're going to say you have your same account, you're getting moved onto Tradeovate, or they're just going to allow you to keep trading on Project X until you inevitably lose the account, or you get kicked to a live account and it would be a Tradeovate live account. That's the thought process. So I'm not fearful of giving out Project X accounts. I'm not fearful of trading on Project X. Buy your Project X accounts. I think a lot of people are loading up so they could trade with it for the next few weeks. Because they like the platform, right? And they don't want to transition yet. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that at all. Let's go. Drop it. What about X giveaway? We got an X giveaway rolling, and we got another giveaway on Twitter rolling, right? We got... Oh, did I post it yet? Hang on one second. We got two people that are going to... Let me come over to Twitter. My bad, guys. We got two people that are going to win 50K instant funded accounts. Not even the straight to sim funded or the Ignite. The big boy accounts. I said winners are going to be picked November 28th. I did repost it and say I was going to try to announce the winners and run another one. I just gave it away on the stream. We're going to announce winners today for that one and then drop another one right away. Black Friday giveaway on Twitter. So if you're not on Twitter, I'm Real Deal Zach on Twitter. You can get a chance for another giveaway. Not to confuse everybody, separate from the giveaway that we're running here, which is also no purchase necessary like this one, but just a form drops and we'll get it filled out. So that's what we got going on. Multiple giveaways, man. We're running giveaways everywhere. But you guys get hyped for the Twitter giveaways, so I'm going to run another one. But I gave away my plan. It's getting announced today, and then we're going to run it right back. Immediately run it right back. 85 likes, guys. We are dropping a form for a Ignite instant funded. No purchase necessary. It's going to be basic contact information the same way that it always is. Don't use your grandma's and your mother's and your brother's email. Get that one filled out, and we will get somebody funded. We're going to run a duck race, have some fun. If you just want to check out Top 1 Futures and you want this deal for yourself, the one that I'm showing right here, here is the link. Instant funded accounts. No eval, no wasting time trading for money that you never stand to withdraw. To a degree, because you do need a buffer. But instant funded accounts, some of the best stuff in the industry. Code RDF gets it done. All accounts are 57.5% off for Black Friday. Only thing that's supposed to be coming this week, Tradeovate. Tradeovate. But like we just talked about, you could trade on Project X. If you want to check out all of the other Black Friday deals from some of the other stuff that's running, again, partnered and affiliated. I stand to make money. I can't be unbiased like almost everybody else, that whether they tell you or not. On this site, pinned to the top of the chat, it's a simple Notion page. The deal, the days that it's running. Everybody loved this. I got mad good feedback, so I probably will do more of it in the future. You guys seem to just like really, really simple broken down stuff with links and codes. So if you want to check it out, link to this is pinned to the chat. Again, partnered and affiliated. I stand to make money from the codes. I stand to make money from the links. The good news is you don't have to buy anything. You can hang out here. You can win an account. You can watch me trade live. You can get a free community. No course, no VIP, no mentorship, no secret Discord where I sell an indicator that's going to make you a magic trader, or I only show you some stuff here and then I go and make all my money off stream and I say you got to pay me $100 to really figure out how I trade. I'm just going to tease you on here. I give you guys all the sauce. I give you everything. This is it, for better or for worse, right? Because I also don't claim to be the best trader in the world. I don't claim to have it all figured out. I'll rattle it all off. No magic strategy, no magic approach. I'm not on all the leaderboards, man. I think I got some juice. I've taken multiple payouts every single week from multiple different prop firms for the last, I think, 6 or 7 weeks. This week is going to be the first that maybe I only take one or none. We'll see. I'm in a Top 1 Futures pre-live account here that I've been trading live with you guys every single day that I've been trading. If I haven't traded the account live, I've called it out in real time in Discord, and I've taken 10 payouts. I had to go back and check. I actually took 10 payouts from this account so far. Hoping to take my 11th payout, maybe with you guys here this week. That doesn't mean I have it all figured out. I'm not as experienced as others, right? It's it's just part of the game, man. I don't claim to be some magic genius and be the amazing best trader in the world, the grandmaster superstar of trading, #1 trader on every... I don't know, dude. I'm a regular idiot trying to make money in the markets. You guys can decide for yourself. because it's free to watch me. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours that stay up on YouTube. I'm very proud of that. The mistakes, the losses, the blown accounts, the, trading for break even and back and forth and back and forth, and then losing money at, months, all that stuff, man. That's on there. Hope that answered all the questions, man. I think to get started, smallest risk on prop firms and keep making mistakes and learning. Start asking questions. And why it moved like that could be a reason. Yeah, for sure. Keep risk low. Yep. That's a good comment. Beastie2211R. There's no shortcut for experience, guys. First off, let me back up. You guys, form's about to drop, guys. I know I'm yapping here. I'm no trade. It's gonna be another effing no trade session, man. Frustrating, but I'm gonna try to keep myself level-headed here and not do anything stupid in a live account. 87 likes. You guys run it up to 100. We're gonna drop a form. We're gonna give out an insta-funded account, Ignite. But let's talk about that real quick. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Didn't get notifications. Didn't get notifications for what? Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is just like everything else. This is my humble opinion. It's like every other profession, job, career, sport, a difficult one with a really, really high paying opportunity, right? It's hard and it takes a long time to get good at. There's no magic shortcut, right? Trading does have the opportunity to display an enormous amount of upside potential very quickly. You don't need anything to put one trade on your first trade with a $100,000 account and make $50,000 in seconds, right? So the opportunity is there, but to be able to extract money from the market consistently over a long period of time requires a skill set. A combination of reading the markets, being a good risk manager, right? Emotional control, discipline, mindset, understanding of probabilities, whatever you use, fundamentals, technicals, and you don't develop that in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, right? You can have the tools laid out, you can have the profitable strategy in front of you, right? You can know what you need to do, but just like any sport, right, or activity, there is a skill, right? There's strength that needs to be built. There's endurance that needs to be built, right? You know how to run, right? But just because you know how to put one foot in front of the other doesn't mean you're going to qualify for the Boston Marathon, right? You know how to throw a football, but just because you know how to throw a football and you've thrown it for a couple years does not mean you're going to the NFL, right? So same thing with trading, and there's no shortcut for that. This is hard, and I wanted to believe there was. There's no magic answer. Yes, you need an edge in the market. Yes, you need something that is going to provide a small but measurable edge over time and a way to structure risk, and you need capital to trade. But the outside of that is you and your skill set, your ability to execute, your ability to manage risk, your ability to have emotional control and discipline and a trader's mindset and psychology, right? To have a profitable strategy in the first place, all of these things. And there's no shortcut for that, man. It can absolutely help, in my humble biased opinion, to put yourself around the right people, to be on live streams with traders, maybe someone like myself that's, showing you how and what they do, and you can watch that person and say, I like that, I'm going to take that, for me. I don't like that, I'm not going to take that for me, in a way that you recognize that there's no financial advice and nothing's a suggestion or recommendation. Maybe that's in a paid group, in a mentorship, where you want, really structured, organized stuff. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I paid for plenty of stuff myself, some stuff that was terrible, some stuff that was excellent. But there's no shortcutting the time, guys. I don't know any traders. I don't know a single one that is consistently profitable in 6 months to 12 months. There are certain people out there that have huge run-ups. They almost always, without fail, blow up spectacularly. And it's really upsetting and disappointing to watch. For most people, 2, 3, 4 years in, man, you're gaining consistency. You're just starting to break even. And, you really are putting some stuff together. That's what it looked like for me. And that's what it looks like for almost everybody that I work with. You're comparing yourself against people that have been trading for 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 years, right? On Instagram and X. And you're frustrated that you don't have the results when you've been trading for 18 months. And maybe you haven't really taken it seriously, right? You got guys that are actually trading and putting in, thousands of hours in that time, and maybe you're kind of half-assing it, you know? So take that stuff into consideration. Be serious about it if you can be serious about it. Recognize it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, you're going to have to put the time and energy in. It's just like any other high-paying career or job. You're not going to hit a home run in 3 months. It just doesn't happen. So, and despite what you're told, which is the opposite, right? Look at my Lambo, look at my watch. You can get profitable in 30 days if you just give me $29.99 and follow this one simple strategy that I use for 10 minutes a day. It's a waste. It's a waste. Harsh truth, no shortcuts, only hard work in the grind. Yeah. Again, the process, understanding the probabilities, doing the right work, all that stuff is super helpful. You can shortcut some things, right? You can, take from others so you don't have to completely reinvent the wheel. But there's a part of this that's experience, right? And it's difficult to think about because you could say, I have a strategy, right? But that's the analogy that I like to use, right? You know how to shoot a basketball, right? You know exactly how to shoot the basketball. You understand the physics, the mechanics behind it. You know the game. You understand all of the rules. You can take a test on it and you would pass. That doesn't mean you're going to play in the NBA or even in your high school team or even make the JV team, right? Why? You know how to play. You know how to shoot the ball. You know how to do everything. You don't have the skill set. You don't have the experience, right? You are not good yet. You're not good at that. Takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. And the guys that get really good at it are the ones that put the most work in for the longest amount of time. Plot twist, guys. The same is true in trading. Put more work in, do the hard work, do the hard stuff, do it for a long period of time. Maybe you stand a chance. Even then, there's no guarantee. Almost nobody makes money trading consistently. The failure rate obviously goes down the longer time you've been here. Most traders don't make it past the first year. Almost all of them. It's an insane amount. Leave the first year and have less money than they started with. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and drop this form. You guys almost got there, but I'm going to drop it anyway. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm thankful for you guys being here. I'm not going to wait you out long enough. There it is, guys. There is the form on Kick on X. It's giveaway time. Real quick, guys. Real quick. Don't fill it out more than one time. Don't ruin it for yourself. Please don't spam the form. All right? Be cool. Be chill. Everybody be cool. Don't spam the form. You're only going to get yourself banned. You're not going to win. If you do that, you're not going to be able to be part of any other streams or giveaways. And you're probably going to get banned from Top 1 Futures for trying to scam them out of giveaways. Don't do that for yourself. We run them almost every damn day. Plot twist. We're going to be running them every day this week, guys. Just hop back on and you'll get it. X, I'm going to give you guys the form. We got more and more people hopping on X every damn day, streaming live. If you guys don't know, I stream on X, Kick, and YouTube. There is the giveaway form. Twitter. Whatever you call yourselves. Yo, X was hysterical this week. Did you guys see? So anyway, let me not get sidetracked. We're going to talk about X doxing everybody. Hey, Zach, do you have or have you ever paid attention to trading patterns? If so, did they work out very well for you? Yeah, four-footed. That's what I do every day here. Really, everything that I'm looking at is a pattern. It's pattern recognition. This is really all that I'm doing. From a very technical standpoint, I'm watching pattern recognition. I'm creating if-then statements based on my own experience and discretion, backtesting, forward testing, maybe from Edgeful stats as well, based on statistics, right? That also come from the same thing that I just said, but I'm looking for specific patterns, right? Most people talk about like chart patterns, like a wedge, or a candlestick pattern, like a bullish engulfing doji, and I'm not specific that way, where I care so much to say a chart pattern or a candlestick pattern holds so much relevance. And they do, but I just find creating labels and taking up mental capital to try to remember those types of things rather than just a more broad sense of market structure and price action and volume. It just doesn't work as well for me. So I hope that answers the questions. That's what almost all technical traders are doing. You're repeatedly recognizing patterns based on indicators, based on order flow, based on whatever you use. Maybe you trade fundamentals. You're going to recognize pattern in fundamentals. So that's what this is. I hope that helps. No, you didn't miss the form. Form's live. Form's live, guys. Go ahead and get the form filled out. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes. Let's say 11:10. We'll run the duck race. Good questions, though. Gotta say, I'm frustrated with my lack of a trade today. We'll see how it plays out. Long was the move. Short in here would have been nice, but a little bit frustrated. I gotta say that. It happens. Trading's frustrating sometimes. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the party, guys. So I was a market maker on the floor and can tell you this is extremely difficult because of the psychology. Technical analysis is the easiest part. It's awesome. Cool to have somebody that was a market maker. It's awesome, man. Welcome. Happy to have you here. But yeah, in my experience, the technical analysis is the easy part. It's the easiest part by a long shot. Until you figure out the psychology of your emotions and learn how to accept them and use them to your advantage, nothing works. Yep. Agreed. And I still struggle with it. Yep, I also still struggle with it. Yes. Where's the link to the forum? Did I pin it? Link to the forum coming again, guys. You guys were missing it. There you go. Kick X YouTube. You're getting the form again. There you go. YouTube. You're getting the form again. Why do I get feedback on Kick? That's annoying. Made a habit of running 1 km every day. And now, after 1 week of being consistent, I run 6 km every day. My man, Cool Wick, do you know that I run as well? Because I talk about that a lot. I'm assuming that's why you're sharing it. I've run a handful of long-distance races, including marathons, including a personal best at the Chicago Marathon Major this year, including ultra marathons. I know some of that stuff sounds like BS and people are just like, oh, you hop on my stream and they do all this different stuff. I'm not a great runner. I'm not anything magical at all. I do like the discipline that doing really hard stuff like endurance sports builds. Been getting heavy into rock climbing, honestly. It's been fun. Been running for a few years. It's awesome, man. You could also just Google it. If somebody says they were in the Chicago Marathon, I have my first and last name on here. You could just Google me and see what time I finished. But along with that, you guys see what happened on X? That's what I was going to say before. While we're waiting for you guys to fill the form out, go ahead, get this one filled out, guys. We're going to give away an Ignite account. This isn't drama so much as it's just like funny for the trading space, and I think it's important to like know. So X, Elon essentially made it so everyone's location for their country showed, whether you wanted it to or not. It just immediately went blanket wide, like everyone's location for their country showed. And of course, big surprise, not everybody was where they said they were, including the trading space, which it felt like every other account that I saw getting posted was a picture of like a white girl or like, you know, an Asian guy. And, you know, they had obviously told themselves, you know, told the people that they weren't maybe in a third world country. But I think that stuff was hilarious. And to be clear, I'm a brown Middle Eastern man myself. Despite being born and raised here, my parents being born and raised here, I'm an immigrant from past, you know, from past generations, right? I have no problem with anybody. I even respect people from third world countries more if you're getting into trading or you're putting out content, you're doing all this type of stuff. I do have a problem with just outright fraud, right? And misrepresentation. So, you know, if you're pretending to be a girl on X, and you're a dude, I hope you step on a Lego barefoot. I think that stuff is whack. And if you're lying about who you are as a whole completely, like your identity outright, like not that you're just an anonymous account, which is whack anyway also, you're a fraud and I don't think you can trade. But there was all these accounts, ton of ICT accounts. ICT boys got cooked this week. But I thought that was funny. It was worse than all of the other spaces, but if you guys want to check my location on X, you'll find out that I'm actually not from here. I'm in another random country. No, I'm from the US. But I thought that was funny, man. That was really funny. I don't know, man. If you're taking information from a freaking Lego character with a random name, an anonymous account that has websites and trading information and strategy, and they won't even put their name and face on it, you're going to lose. They're going to get you. Nobody, and I don't enjoy having my privacy, not have a really ton of privacy. I don't love having my name and face and likeness used and, all these types of things and my ethnicity and everything out there. But if you're going to do something and you're not even comfortable enough to put your name and face on it, why would I respect it? Why would I take anything that you have to say seriously? And I'm not talking about everybody in chat and everybody in my community. You're not selling something. You're not putting out even your journey or your, approach for content where you want people to be able to, ask you questions and talk to you and have trust in you. You're just sharing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think having, your identity blocked and all that type of stuff, you don't have to do that, right? You could be anonymous. I'm talking about like if I was just like a picture of a girl in a random trading name, you probably wouldn't be here like that, and you shouldn't be here. It's just, that stuff is crazy to me. I don't get it. But reckoning is coming for the online space, Interesting. And it's just my opinion, right? It could, you guys, I hope I don't offend anybody with that. Just my opinion. Again, to be clear, like there's definitely people being totally racist and like hateful, and that shit was like, I was like, all right, no, you guys are, this is not really what we were looking at here, but those people are there, just racist, discriminatory people. But that's not the point that I was getting at all. I'm getting at, you ain't who you say you are, and that's leading right into you're not doing what you say you're doing, right? Just perpetuating fraud, across all sense of the word. Damn, guys. All right, giveaway form coming up. 11:10 a.m. or duck race, I should say, coming up. Let's see. Got the form filled out. I'm gonna give you guys another couple minutes while I get the duck race rolling. The giveaway form is in chat. Go ahead, get it filled out. Don't fill it out more than one time. We're gonna give away a Ignite instant funded account. Let's go. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. I was like, what is X blowing up about? And then I read it, and I'm like, that's interesting. And then I'm like, I bet nobody on here is who they say they are for the ones that are saying that they're anybody. And lo and behold, 20,000, follower accounts, number one ICT trader, this and that, with, all these like, yeah, really? That's interesting where you're based. I don't know. Funny. Funny though, really funny. And to anybody facing discrimination, being from a third world country or a different ethnicity, I feel for you. I think that's absolutely trash. And I recognize maybe wanting to conceal your identity to get better opportunities and things like that. But there's a point where if you're gonna do something, you got to be proud of where you're from, man. Lift your peeps up. I'm from if you look at my last name, I have an ethnicity. I'm from a country that takes a lot of heat, and I've gotten that myself on here. But be proud of where you're from, man. Say it with your chest. That's what I say. Zach's talking about who got exposed on Twitter. ADO King, they doxed everybody's country location, and many traders in the trading space accounts, right, were not clearly from the location or the person that they were impersonating being, right? It happened a lot worse in other spaces, like political based accounts and stuff like that were, pretending like they were from whatever country that they were constantly commenting on, and they're from another country, that type of stuff. Anyway, Yeah. All right, guys. We got the duck race rolling. 60 seconds, and we're shutting this form off. 60 seconds, and we are shutting this form off. Do people submit multiple entries? Yeah. I usually also finish very fast. I'm not going to repeat that one, but that's funny. Most ICT guys, they are using the Wyckoff method. Yeah. Most ICT guys don't realize they're being defrauded out of everything they know and hold dear. Myself from India. Hell yeah. I am from where I say I am. There you go. Nigerian King. Send it. Sometimes trading is really challenging, so better to have some mental peace of sports, gym, reading, so on. I agree with that 100%. I love my beachside town. I have to tell everybody about it. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Dude, AI is going to make profiles way worse. Yeah, man. It's going to be insane. So, you know, that I think, you know, I don't agree or disagree with what they did. It's just they did what they did, and it was funny to see the results of it. But you can live stream using AI. I'll make your character whatever you want. Yeah. No face, just blown accounts. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Duck time. From Colombia. Currently living in Colombia. That's awesome, man. Yep. I have extended family from Colombia that I hope to go visit soon. Hope to go visit Colombia soon, man. Quack, quack, feed your ducks. Doesn't want to give us the list. I've been asking for it since the ASFX podcast. Yeah. Listen, guys, I don't make my content about that, right? I don't care to do that. I talk about it so you guys can like make decisions for yourself, but I like to talk about trading, you know. Talk about trading. I think a lot of people get caught up telling themselves that they're the savior of whatever space that they're trying to expose everybody, and you know, all of the frauds and all of the fake stuff. And I think that they're probably not super duper happy person. They're probably not really successful themselves. I don't know any super duper successful, happy, fulfilled person that's good at whatever industry they're good at, that spends all of their days watching other people's stuff and trying to like tear them down or try to expose frauds and make content around all that type of stuff. I think they're, you know, doing that to make themselves, you know, they're coping a little bit or feel better for whatever it is, or they're just inherently a negative person. So I try not to do that. I try to build other people up. I don't like tearing other people down. You know, I just spoke, you know, negatively about a firm, about, you know, different types of things that are going on. But if you make that your entire identity, like, I don't know, maybe you're helping a little bit. I think there needs to be checks and balances for sure. Call people out when it's just, you know, stuff is outrageous. I do it myself, but there's this whole like wave of like, the whole account is nothing to do with you trading at all, ever. We don't know if you trade or not, but you're just talking about, okay, everybody is a fraud and all these people are frauds and look at all these things. So I don't know, whatever. Oh shit, I got another thing I want to get into. All right, guys, we're running the duck race. The duck race is ready to go. We have 98 ducks in a row. That's enough of that. Before you guys hop off or anything, we obviously be here for the duck race. Broke IB high, wanted the longs today. I didn't get this one, man. I'm a little bit tight, as the kids say, that I didn't find my way in long here. This was really close, 20 to 30 points for a second chance entry for a continuation trade. It was a first chance as we came back up through this. Just a little bit slow to the jump today. This would have paid. You know, I don't know that I would be out on a break of IB high. Probably if I was long from down here, you know, over $1,000 in profit, I'd probably be out up here, or at IB high, right at the high or before it. Just didn't get it today. It's the short was too aggressive. Long from down here, too aggressive. Continuation in here. On another day, I'm topping in for continuation long, and you know, it gave me a way to structure risk decently. Just didn't get it. So that's my review for the session. No harm, no foul. We'll come back at it tomorrow, see what we got. I'll probably get some trading in the really aggressive sim accounts that I'm trading on the side that I try to mention, but I don't, you know, trade live with you guys. You can only trade so much live with you here. Outside of that, pinned to the top of the chat if you want to check out all the best Black Friday deals, in my humble biased opinion, because I'm partnered and affiliated with everybody on this list. Feel free to check it out. We got the dates, the codes, the links, all that fun stuff. Top 1 Futures highlighting these guys, 57.5% off the Ignite Instant Funded accounts with code RDF and the link in chat. This is what we're giving away, the 50K Ignite Instant Funded account. Good luck, everybody. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see who is getting funded today. Let's see. Trade of 8 coming soon. Trade of 8 coming any day now. Any day now, guys. It's going to be like the SpongeBob meme. One eternity later. Somebody sent that to me. They were waiting for Trade of 8 from Top 1 Futures. Coming soon, man. Coming soon. They're working on it. You guys will be the first to know. Hop in the Discord. Hop in the live sessions. If you guys don't know, just to plug that. 100% free Discord. No VIP, no course, no mentorship. Just a free community with all the sauce and nothing you have to pay for. Boom. There you go. Let's see who takes this one. I'll be live again real quick on the schedule, guys. 9:15 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. 9:15 a.m. Eastern on Friday. We're off for Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all you guys being here. And I will be thankful that I'm with my family, eating some good turkey. Hope you guys all get a chance to do that if you celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you don't, I hope you have an awesome day, even if you don't celebrate it. Back in action for Black Friday. That'll be fun. I said I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this week, guys. I don't know. I think we might have more than one duck race coming up on the next few days. We just want to run today. Don't freak out. Let's see, man. Let's see. Now, these are the YouTube usernames. YouTube usernames. Let's go. Pirate Duck. 47 seconds left. Let's see. I don't even see my duck. Yeah, we got a lot of ducks on here, man. This is almost 100. Almost 100 overlapping. My duck is sleeping. Appreciate you guys hopping on, man. I love doing the duck races. I love giving stuff out. Shout out Top 1 Futures for supporting it. We got some more stuff coming, man. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Black Friday. We'll see. We'll see. We got more stuff coming on X. Like I said, got another giveaway dropping on X for more accounts. We're giving out 2 instant funded accounts, 50Ks. Last chance is going to be before I hop off this live stream. Get over to X if you want to check that out. Let's see. Solus for 0. Paul. Jess was holding really strong up top. Paresh K. I can't even see. This is too much of a tight pack. Blessed Yes up top. Taco Tuesday. Michelle Mitch taking the W on this one. Look at, very appropriate, a holiday duck. If it was a turkey, that would have been rigged, guys. That would have definitely been rigged. We got the holiday Christmas hat duck. Let's see who we got. Who is this? Are you in chat? Where are you at? Mitch, are you in chat? What's going on? W's in the chat for the holiday duck, the number 47. I know this name, so I'm not going to hold their feet to the fire. I'm sure they're in here. Oh, I'm sure they're in here. Work can't be tied up. My duck is sleeping. My duck was shot by Zach while he was hunting. Yeah, maybe. Mitch, where are you at? Say what's up in chat. W's in the chat. Why is mother account banned in chat? I mentioned trading Bitcoin once. No, I don't know. I don't think you're banned. I don't really ban people. I usually just talk to everybody. I did have something going on because I had 2 other people tell me that they can't post. They can't post on the YouTube chat. So there must be something going on the YouTube chat. But unless you berated me about a giveaway or you asked a bunch of dumbass questions, you wouldn't be banned here. But I'll double check. Hit me up in Discord. I had it happen to Nate, like a Discord OG. A Discord OG who was here all of the time. I had somebody, and I don't know if you're in here. Old Floor Trader is the guy's name. Coached on Discord. Old Floor Trader, if you're here, he literally wrote at 9:30 how come I can't post on YouTube. So there's something going on. I don't know. Let me know. Hit me up at Discord. Let me know the YouTube username so I can confirm. But it's not the first time that it happened. So there you go, Michelle Mitch. What's up? We got the W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here, guys. Michelle Mitch. We're gonna wrap it up here. Remember, guys, if you want to check out all the Black Friday deals, link is pinned to the chat. Remember, if you want to check out Top 1 Futures, link is in the chat. Remember, I'm going to be here trading live with you guys, giving out more accounts tomorrow, giving out accounts on X, giving out accounts everywhere. Trying to turn a damn profit also, not just give out accounts. This one was frustrating. But I'll be here every damn day showing you guys what real trading looks like for me. Wins, losses, break-evens, no trades, run-ups, stop-outs, everything. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. Michelle is here. Yeah, we saw. Almost one shaking my head. Switching account. I don't know what that means. Congrats. Thank you for the stream, bro. For sure. Thank you for the stream. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm thankful for you. I'm going to be expressing a lot of gratitude and thankfulness this week. Appreciate you guys being here. Quick disclaimer. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Always make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Trading's extremely risky. Almost nobody makes money trading. Nothing I say or do. I said that one already. Please read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even if funded prop from accounts, and the affiliate partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Almost everybody on that Black Friday trading deals list. Do your own research. I'm biased. I can't be unbiased. If I stand to make money, it's the definition. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. Find out what's best for you. And outside of that, hope to see you in Discord. Hope to see you trading live here tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon. Trade safe.